Hello and welcome back to the Villa Filler podcast. I'm here, as always, with my good friend Dan Wiseman. Dan, Leeds United 0, Aston Villa 3. Wow. Where do we even start, mate?
Coming through your airwaves. At the time of recording, it's 11:15. And you know one thing, if there's a late night Villa filler, there's been a win. Because
Absolutely.
never after a loss do I stay up this late to get a podcast out with work the next day. But after a result like that, mate, you're obliged to, aren't you? You're
We
obliged to.
we have to do it for you guys listening. Yeah, we know you guys want the content. We know you want the discussion. And here we are. Before we get into that, we do have a message from today's video sponsors. Dan, have you ever wanted an app that collates all the scores and news from your favourite teams in the whole of Europe, Dan? Have you ever wanted that?
Is a constant need of mine, mate, because there's always news. That's the thing, is that we love this game. We love the industry of football because it's ever changing, mate, and you need a place to keep up with it all.
And we have that place exactly for
We
you
sure
guys.
do, mate.
It's One Football. Guys, this app is genuinely, it's life-changing.
It's great because I actually I use it. So it's great because it's where I pull the stats from for the podcast. So it's like there's all that new stuff as well, but you can track all of the players' stats from like across Europe for all the different leagues, for continental football as well. It's a dream. It's a dream. And the best part, mate, is it's free.
It's free, and guys, it would help support the channel massively if you check that One Football using the link in the description down below. We promise you guys won't be disappointed. So guys, if you haven't checked out One Football, make sure you do so using the link in the description. Now, Dan, where do we start? A game that was meant to be played back in December now. We're in March, which is
Of course.
mad that it's been this long. But boy, are we glad that it's happened when it's happened, mate. And this was a completely different game to what we had not only 3 or 4 weeks ago at Villa Park, wasn't it, mate? Villa were assured, Villa were in control for large portions of the game, and were clinical and took the chances when they come. And you know, there's so much to talk about. There's so much to get through. We're going to be a bit giddy on this one, guys. So you'll have to allow us. We don't need to talk average positions. We don't need to talk. I don't need to go too deep into this one, I don't think, because it was plain and obvious how Villa won this game, and we're going to get into that. But first of all, Leeds United, what a place to go to. I mean, not the ground; it's an absolute shithole, but they do make a lot of noise. It's an intimidating atmosphere. I hated it the last time I went, which was for the infamous incident in the Championship, and you know what, it didn't quite live up to that atmosphere. Purely because of the performance that Villa put in, we really did silence the home fans, which was remarkable, mate. But I think it would be rude not to acknowledge the system. That I think, again, I'm hesitant to say that this is going to be how Villa set up forever, but it's worked 3 games in a row. Dan, it's worked 3 games in a row. A 4-4-2 diamond. Our man Coutinho at the peak of that diamond, and boy, what a way he started the game off of Villa, Dan.
Yeah, mate. I think last season there was a few moments where we were like, right, surely there's someone listening to the pod at Bodymore, because we would say some things and then they would come into fruition. There's 2 things I want to talk about on this podcast, which we've spoken about before, and as I said, have since come to life in the Villa performances since then. But in the preview, I asked Felipe Coutinho to just up the ante a little bit on these away days. He'd been doing it in the home games, and I said, Felipe, we need you to do it at Ellen Road. Drop that masterclass for the streets, my boy. And he did it. It was, it really does feel like we're starting to enter something really quite special now. I didn't think there would be a player that would help me forget about Jack Grealish so easily than Felipe Coutinho. Yes, exactly. It actually feels like it feels a long time ago. It feels like, and I think that's testament to him to have done that in just a couple of months with the form that he's been able to sort of refine at Villa. It's just amazing. Obviously, there's been a lot going around today that apparently we're in the process of or have already agreed some kind of basic structure of a permanent deal in the summer. And if he's playing like this, man, then there's all 3 parties have got to get that done, because it really is looking like something which could go on to be really quite special. It's not his best goal. He will and has already scored better goals for Villa, but it was important for him to go and do it away from home. I think because he's clearly found his feet at Villa Park. That was all that was missing, wasn't it, mate? And yeah, blessed to see it go in early doors, as you said, shut that home crowd down, and from them, mate, it was a procession.
It was, and shout out to anyone, by the way, who captained Coutinho on FPL. Double game week, 46 points. My guys got me this week, so shout out to Phil for that. But it was phenomenal, and the more I watch him, the more I think, man, this has to be the greatest player that's ever played for Aston Villa. Let us know in the comments, guys. I know there's been some fantastic players over the years, Cowans, Merson, Morley, players like that. I can only speak on what I've seen with my own two eyes, and Felipe Coutinho is levels above. He's phenomenal. It's the awareness, it's the confidence in his own ability, it's the skill, it's the flair. The fact he had the audacity to like dribble through the Leeds back four and then just like try to do a little back heel flick and see if it'd go. And clearly he caught wind of Bruno Guimaraes' goal earlier for Newcastle. But that would have been special if that had have gone in. Coutinho really did drop a masterclass, mate, and he clearly was listening to you, and he's delivered, and I don't think anyone could complain. It's phenomenal, and we've said it so many times. The number 10, it's a dying art. You don't see him come through anymore. It's all about gegenpressing. It's this, it's that. Coutinho is a fucking baller, like straight up. That's all it is. He's phenomenal. And there are plenty of other ballers that we'll get onto who came on off the bench. Shout out to Morgan Sanson, my guy, Free Morgan. But it was great to see the partnership. Sorry, that Ollie and Danny have been building up. I thought they were really fantastic. Together again today, it was a bit of a makeshift backline from Leeds. Ayling was playing centre half with Dallas at right back. Anyone would think you would switch the two. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. There's a few things from Marsh that I questioned today. We kind of highlighted in the preview, Dan, the awareness that he has, and how Leeds really were going to set up to sort of press areas of the pitch rather than men. And again, we did kind of see that for the first 10 minutes, but they looked lost. They didn't look like they know what they were doing. It looked a complete long shot from what happened at the King Power the other week. And yeah, if I'm a Leeds fan, I'm really worried. I honestly am. Not only, I like Marsh, and I'm not going to sit here and suddenly just change my opinion. I do think he comes across quite well, and he will just get a load of stick for being American. But he was pumping the air and doing this and that every single time they won a 50-50 or did whatever. And I'm thinking, man, this isn't NFL. Like, this isn't a territorial game. This isn't you don't get points for every time you push them over, because if you did, I'd be a professional footballer with the amount of fouls I've done in my time. I would be the one scoring that Callum Chambers wonder goal. But no, it was an awful day at the office for Leeds. I can't see them staying up. It was absolutely horrendous. And I think no more was that summed up in the second goal, Dan. Because first of all, again, how many of these sides in relegation battles are going to let Matty Cash score with his left foot? This is the second one now, mate.
Yeah, mate. Crazy, isn't it? Crazy. That's a very nice segue indeed, mate, to the second thing, which makes me believe that there's someone at Bodymore listening to the pod, is because I'm going to say back in January, you asked Matty Cash to sort out his end product in the final third, and that man took it upon himself to deliver a quest, mate.
Yeah.
An absolute quest. The man has been a goal contribution machine since then. 4 goal contributions in his last 3 games. A goal against Brighton, assist at home against Southampton, and then the goal and an assist tonight. Some form coming from that right back spot right now. Diego Simeone, eat a heart out. 40 million. No chance.
We're talking
no
80
chance.
now.
This man is B6. Yeah, man. So shout out to Matty on that. He takes that really, really well. I really did think that he was going to try and go on his right foot, hit it first time, and he's got the confidence to bring it down, step inside, beats Ilham Melier at his near post. It's a very, very tidy finish indeed from Matty. And I thought it came at a really good time because Leeds, I don't want to say that they were starting to build in the game, but it never does, when you're
No.
playing a side like Leeds. It never does. In those 1-0 situations away from home, you know that Leeds have got a goal. And you saw what they did to Manchester United the other week when they got, it was 2 goals in 40 seconds or something like that. As soon as they get one and they find their feet and that home crowd picks up, it can really turn into something quite ugly. And I thought it came at a really crucial time. Shout out to Danny Ings as well. That's his assist. Really nice, picks out Matty really well.
Sublime ball.
It really is. It really is. Matty was in acres of space, acres of space. Leeds did defend really, really poorly. I do genuinely try to. I think Leeds have ultimately been refreshing. I like that. I like to see teams play different ways. Leeds definitely do that. But it's clearly I don't think it's necessarily a style that you can't play in the Premier League. I just don't think ultimately when you look at the 11 that they have the ability to go out and play such expansive football with what is ultimately on paper a relatively weak 11. I thought that showed with Matty Cash's goal, but he's still got to put it away, mate, and he does that so well. Absolutely loving what we're getting from Matty at the moment. I think it was Ashley Priest saying that there are sources close to Matty that says he's not going anywhere. He wants to be Villa for the here and now. That's exactly what we want to hear, mate. Because obviously, Atletico Madrid, that's a very attractive offer. And if we can believe what we're hearing in that he wants to stay here and he's committed to this project, then I think that's really a testament to where this club is heading.
No, absolutely. And what's fantastic about the ball, not only the assist from Danny Ings, like, wow, what a ball, what a player. Respect this man, please, just do. It's the fact that Kashi has all that time to sit Melier down, and Melier's gone, and he's gone where Kashi shot, and Kashi still scored. It's fantastic, honestly. You can't ask for any more. 4 clearances, 1 tackle, only dribbled past once, made 1 interception, 75% pass accuracy, 3 accurate long balls, 3 successful dribbles, 3 dribbles attempted. It's a stellar performance defensively and offensively. Honestly, fantastic from Matty. I absolutely couldn't praise him anymore for tonight. And again, I'm sat here on this podcast, Dan. Callum Chambers, what a defender! I can't believe I'm sat here. Like the founding member of the Esri Konsa fan club. This man's not getting back in the team. He just isn't right now because Callum Chambers is playing out of his bloody skin. And what do you know why? Look, the thing is, right, and I don't know if I'm being disrespectful to Esri here, but I think he naturally sits deeper, right? He is the sweeper of the pair. Tyrone is the ball player, and he's much more of a stopper. He's the last line of defence. You see the stats. Very rarely dribble past. Solid interceptions, blocks, tackles. The numbers are fantastic. Callum Chambers reads the game like it's a book with such ease, man. Like, this guy's footballing IQ is top notch, and there was that one ball in the first half. He did some like fucking yoga shit to make an interception and recover that. He had no right doing that. He always seems to position himself really well for the headers. It's just, again, it's a fantastic performance, and he does have the default hoofball, which again I like. I don't really have a problem with that. Sometimes you do have to just clear your lines, but he reads the play so well. He's getting himself in intelligent positions. He's making sure he's never beaten. Sure, you can say he gave away the penalty, free kick, whatever you want to call it, at Newcastle, but since then he hasn't put a foot wrong, mate. He's been phenomenal, and the goal he scored as well. Oh my days! To have the audacity to do that, man. The audacity to step up and just finesse that into the far corner, the way he did, and execute the knee slide with perfection. 100% knee slide completion rate for Callum Chambers. That is the statistic I want to talk about. What a goal, mate! Talk me through that one.
Yeah, it's brilliant, mate. It really is. Tyrone assist as well.
Yeah.
What a world! What a world we're living in right now. I thought what can you even say? I was so surprised. It's really beautiful to watch on the sort of main angle when you're watching on TV, because it's one of those where as soon as you hit it, you're like, no way, that's actually gonna go in the top corner, and it sort of just bends away from Melier, drops into that top corner, and wow, mate, wow, it's yeah, frighteningly good. Frightening. Who knew he had that in the locker? It's brilliant. It really is. Absolutely delighted for him, man. I think, yeah, you're right. Ezri Konsa is probably the only person associated with the Aston Villa Football Club that was disappointed to
Yeah.
see that go into the top corner. Because yeah, there was some debate. There was some debate about who should come in, who should not. For the record, I think Stevie got it spot on. I think Chambers deserved to keep his place, and I think Digne should have come back in, because I think Ashley knows his role in the squad. I think he knows ultimately that in those situations he has got to concede, and he's just got, that's what he's there to do. He's there to be professional, fill in the gaps when he's needed to, deliver these, like we saw again today, deliver these professional performances off the bench. I think he knows deep down that he's not going to be retaining the starting spot week in, week out when guys like Lucas are coming back. But Cal, I thought did deserve to start. I mean, when you look at the last couple of games now, three clean sheets in a row now, 8 goals scored. There was no reason to change that heart of the back line. I thought Mings has been excellent as well in these games. But yeah, what a way to cap it off from Callum Chambers. That's a goal I'm going to be watching for some time, mate. And yeah, as I said, what a piece of business that's going to turn out to be. He looks like he's really settled in now. And as I said, if we're getting a player that's capable of keeping Ezri Konsa out of the team, we picked him up for, bargain basement fee. Great piece of business.
Absolutely, absolutely. It just like it's classic Villa, and I don't want to slate anyone or Villa or whatever. Like, after the amazing week we've had, but like to write a guy off before he's even kicked the ball for the club, it's so painfully Villa. And this guy's just been phenomenal. Honestly, he's been fantastic. He's been a revelation, and he's stepped up when we've needed him to. And wow, just honestly, what a goal! What a goal!
Yeah, not much you can say about it, is there? It's
Honestly,
just amazing.
It's like, I am lost for words, because that performance was perfect. That like 12 days, 3 games, 3 clean sheets, 9 goals, 2 games of which away from home. That's massive. Brighton and Leeds were always going to be tough games. They were always going to be tough games, and we have West Ham next. It's going to be another tough game, and we'll be back to preview that soon. But before we go, Morgan Sanson,
Yep.
respect this man. Respect him.
Mm-hmm.
Footballing IQ of fucking the greatest. Honestly, it's the way he moves with the ball. He's so intelligent, shields the ball, the turn of pace he has, so elegant on the ball. I'm starting him over Ramsey against West Ham. I am. That's a sneak peek into the preview. It's no Ramsey slander at all. I just think Morgan deserves to start, and I think that's the spot that's up for grabs.
Mm-hmm.
He's so deceiving, because you look at him, he's a small build, doesn't necessarily look the biggest, but he's so strong on the ball. He shields it so well. A fantastic turn of pace. We've seen it now past few games when he's come on, running up the wing. Looking to drive forward and create chances. And again, like, guys, just go and watch this guy's compilation of his time in France. Like, he scores screamers. It's just what he does. I cannot and will not witness a Morgan Sanson goal in my life. I was lucky enough to witness Keelan Davis score against the Baggies in the flesh. I need to see Morgan Sanson score for Villa. It has to happen. It has to happen. He's fantastic. I love him.
Mate. Yeah. I think, JJ was going to be the one I was going to pull. Shout out John McGinn, by the way.
Yeah.
That will go under the radar. Because of, yeah, yes. There was a lot of performances that were excellent tonight. John's probably won't be talked about, but he was brilliant. He gave us that bite and tenacity and fight in the middle that I thought we needed. But But JJ was actually going to be the one that I was considering pulling as a first substitute for Sanson. Sanson came out and did it very well. I think I don't disagree. I don't think that's a bad take at all, mate. Bringing Morgan in for JJ. It looks like JJ went through a real purple patch, and not that I expected of him, but he hasn't quite hit those same heights that he did. Funnily enough, in the Leeds reverse fixture, for example. And Sanson, it does feel like he's not putting a folk wrong every time he's turned to, and I think it'd be a very interesting game when, let's face it, I think against West Ham that midfield battle could be so crucial. It'd be really interesting to see him get a start, mate.
Absolutely. But guys, let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. I'm going to try and get this up ASAP, so if anyone's up late and watching, you guys are the best. I hope anybody who went had a safe journey back, and everybody watching at home, I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope you're having a drink or doing whatever it is you do to celebrate, listening to the Villa Filler, whatever. What a day. I'm buzzing, mate. Honestly, I'm not sleeping tonight. So yeah, guys, if you enjoyed, hit a like, comment your thoughts below. Please subscribe. There's been a nice little stint, little upwards trajectory in subscribers. Of course, it's always helps when Villa win. But if you guys are watching this and you're not subscribed, we'd love to hit 6K before the end of the season. Let's get it done, guys. Up Villa.
100%.